The Dallas Cowboys are in shambles right now. You lost your starting center. You lost your starting left tackle. You don't have a starting running back. Tony Pollard got shipped out of town, right? You lost a starting linebacker. Free agency has been nothing but a shit show in Dallas. Let's just be honest. This has been one of the worst offseasons in the Dallas Cowboys' recent history that I can remember. It's been terrible. Let the front office figure it out. Play on your one-year deal. Wayne G also says players have as much right to hold out as owners have to cut a guy with 2 years left. Yes and no. So usually when a player gets cut, it is because they are not living up to expectations. When I'm paying you $100 an hour and you're doing $40 an hour worth of work, I'm going to find somebody to do that $100 worth like an hour. Like, if you are not living up to expectations, see ya, get out of the road. Now, if you are living up to expectations and you are going into that final year, if you're going beyond expectations, thank you. Thank you for that, and we will get you taken care of. But to say right now you're not going to play, that puts a sour taste in my mouth real freaking quick. Now, there's a reason why I will never be an owner or a general manager of any major sports teams. Because if a player were to do something like this to me, I would not take too kindly of it. I'd be like, oh, here's a franchise tag, right? I mean, I will franchise tag you 3 years in a row just to prove a point. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. John, people says, way too early. He'll get his cheddar. He will get his, yes, Ceedee Lamb will get paid. He will get a $100 million, $150, $160, $180 million contract. He will get his money. Whether it's with the Dallas Cowboys or the Kansas City Chiefs or the Detroit Lions or the 49ers or the Raiders, he will get his money. Don't be a diva out there. Many people don't like Tyreek Hill because he's been a diva, right? Many people don't like Terrell Owens because he was a diva. They just wanted to get paid. Like, I get it. But come on. Damn it, CD, just get on the field. Wayne G says, when the team is over the barrel, it's a perfect time to demand an extension. You have the leverage. You are correct. The Dallas Cowboys are in trouble right now. They got to figure out what they want to do with Dak Prescott. They got to figure out what they want to do with Micah Parsons. They got to figure out what they want to do with Ceedee. They have a lot of things to figure out in the next 6 months. May, June, July, August. I guess 4 months. They have about 4 months to figure a lot of things out. But right now, for Ceedee to come 15 days before draft, 16 days before draft, to say, I'm going to sit out if I don't get a contract done, I would be shut your damn mouth. Boy, I got a draft to worry about. You want to win? You want to win a Super Bowl? Let's worry about this instead. Jim says, I don't agree with anything. That's our president of the Pigskin Pundit Club there, guys. Jim Powell doesn't agree with anything. Speaking of the draft, Merrill Hodge, the great Merrill Hodge, has come out and spoken about Drake May. On this Overreaction Tuesday, Merrill Hodge is speaking about Drake May. He says, and I quote, Drake May is a player that will get you fired. If you draft Drake May, he will get you fired faster than you can say Tuesday. He pointed out to the last game of Drake May's career in college versus NC State, where he just played one of his worst games in his college career. So we got to ask this question, guys. Is it an overreaction that Drake May is going to be a draft day bust? Drake May, guys, is projected to go anywhere from number 2 to number 11. And Miller's current mock draft from ESPN, he has Drake May, the fourth quarterback going off the board, going to the Minnesota Vikings. Either way, it seems that he is going to be a top half of the first round draft pick here. In college last season, he threw for 3,600 yards, 24 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. He was sacked just 9 times. Guys, Drake May is a very, very raw talent. Drake May has a lot of intangibles that just need to be molded into what you want him to make. Drake May is kind of like the clay creature that you've made. It looks pretty good, but you're getting ready to put it in the fire oven, and you're going to bring it out. You get to paint it. You get to trim off the lines. You get to do all that stuff. Drake May is very, very raw. He needs to be taught how to play an NFL game. Merrill Hodge says, and I quote, Drake May is a player that's going to get you fired. Basically, Merrill Hodge is saying that Drake May is a player that needs to be coached. Merrill Hodge is basically saying that Drake May is a player that looks great on film, looks great doing this, doing that, but when it comes down to it, he just doesn't have it. Let me ask you this question. Since when does a coach don't need a coach, right? Isn't that the reason why you get into the game, is to coach players, is to teach them how to be a good quarterback? There's a reason why Chicago Bears fail after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, is because they don't understand that you have to sometimes coach players to be better. A kid on my high school team, the most sickest athlete in the world. He can do a 360 slam dunk without blinking an eye. He is faster than greased lightning. He can catch the ball. He just doesn't know how to run routes very, very well. What have we been doing all spring, all summer? Teaching him how to run routes. Coaching him how to run routes. That's the part of being a coach, is